Hey everybody, this is Dead Winter Dead, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Today we're going to be walking through the boss fight for the Catacombs of Carthus. This is High Lord Wolnir. I believe I'm saying that right. And this is one of these, it's one of those giant bosses. It's got a pretty cool intro, pretty cool outro cutscene. But it's very, very straightforward. For those of you who are older gamers, you will recognize the pattern. There'll be a giant boss who has some glowing weaknesses. In the High Lord's case, it is glowing bracelets. Now the first thing you want to do, or the first thing that I found that was easiest to do, and like I said, what you see here are usually my first kills, but I usually go back and I finish them off again with some other characters, just trying different tactics. You want to go for the glowing bracelets. I go for the left hand first. For some reason I find it easier to veer left, stay on his left side, and attack those two bracelets at the same time and try to break them. Once you break those bracelets, you can switch over to the right hand. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move quickly. Like, once again, don't try to finesse it, don't try to take your time, because the longer you take destroying these bracelets, the more the High Lord is going to have to throw at you. At one point, if you take too long, he will eventually start spawning skeletons. And if you take even longer, he will draw his sword from the ground and use that to hack and slash you to pieces. But that's not the most dangerous part of this fight. The most dangerous part of this fight is he rears his head back and he breathes this poison gas. Now the poison gas is kind of weird because you almost kind of don't know that you're caught in this fog, this mist, and then all of a sudden you're taking damage and you're dead. So if you have low health, you're really going to need to watch out. I can't really find anything to counter it. Not that I have everything in the game, but I don't believe there's anything that you can actually do to counter it other than running away from the fog as quickly as possible, hiding in a corner, and then moving forward to attack his remaining bracelets. The other thing you have to watch out for is crossing from his left arm to his right arm, or his right arm to his left arm. If you cross in front of him, he will actually drag himself forward and you can get crushed by his rib cage. You also don't want to back yourself into a corner, because eventually that fog will just roll in and get you wherever you are. You always want to approach him, and you kind of want to keep him pushed back in his corner so you have plenty of room to retreat when he starts blowing out that deadly mist. And as you can see, that's a nice little cool cutscene there. Really neat cutscene. That's also a kick-ass goblet. I wouldn't mind having a beer, drinking out of his skull. So I hope you guys are enjoying this this walkthrough. Once again, these are just walkthroughs for those of you who have never really played a Dark Souls game. Some of this stuff isn't obvious. Some of it is very obvious, and I'm going to try to give you what worked for me and what is the most efficient way to actually take down these bosses. This boss wasn't that difficult for me. I believe I only died twice, and the two times I did die, it was one of those things where I was like, wait a minute, how did I die? And it ends up being that poison fog, that poison mist that he actually belches forth from his hateful mouth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. My name is Dead Winter Dead. Thanks for watching.